Major depressive disorder affects an estimated 5 million people and is the leading cause of disability worldwide. Antidepressants increase the availability of serotonin in the brain, however, don't work right away. Imagine waiting 6 to 8 weeks to start feeling better while being trapped in a dark hole of sadness with thoughts of killing yourself.
Well, that's all about a change, so come hop on as we drive in the fast lane of ketamine, the wonder drug for depression. Ketamine got its start as an anesthetic in the 1960s, and S-ketamine was just approved last year for treatment-resistant depression. Ketamine is comprised of the S and R enantiomer. The S form is preferred because it binds to ketamine's target in the brain stronger than the R form.
Hey Google, take me to happiness.
Ketamine is a non-competitive antagonist at the N-methyl D-aspartate, NMDA, which is an inotropic glutamate receptor and a mediator of glutamate signaling in the brain. The key to ketamine's antidepressant effect is a transient burst of glutamate throughout the brain shortly after administration. So what is glutamate? Glutamate is a chemical that excites neurons. So you might wonder, if ketamine blocks NMDA receptors, how does it increase glutamate signaling? The key to this apparent paradox is that ketamine binds to NMDA receptors when its ion channel is in the open conformation. Interneurons have a higher tonic firing rate than pyramidal neurons, thus their NMDA receptors are more likely to have an open channel at any given time. It is hypothesized that low-dose ketamine tends to bind to NMDA receptors on GABA interneurons. So what is GABA? GABA is a chemical that inhibits neurons. The brain contains excitatory glutamatergic pyramidal neurons and inhibitory GABA neurons, which is critical for neuronal balance. By blocking intraneural NMDA receptors, low-dose ketamine inhibits the intraneural cells, which in turn disinhibits the activity of glutamatergic pyramidal cells.
The primary target of synaptic glutamate is the postsynaptic AMPA receptor. Activation of the AMPA receptor leads to the opening of voltage-gated calcium channels, which releases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, and is a protein responsible for the growth and survival of neurons. BDNF binds to tropomyosin receptor kinase B, TRKB, which then activates the mTORC1 signaling pathway. This leads to protein synthesis that promotes neuronal and dendritic spine growth. Dendritic spines are protrusions on neurons, and loss of dendritic spine growth is a key feature of the depressed brain. All in all, dendritic spine growth and synaptic plasticity are hallmarks of ketamine-induced antidepressant response.
When misused, ketamine can make you hallucinate and feel out of touch with your surroundings. If you don't follow the rules of the road, ketamine can cause tragedies, but in the right hands, it is a miracle.
You have arrived at your destination.